I think my fiance and her brother-in-law, Mark, have something going on. So I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and I really hope there's no betrayals in this story. My fiance Lily and we've been together for 7 years. I pretty much know her family. She was really close to her sister Jen and brother-in-law Mark, until 4 years ago when her sister cheated on her husband with a work friend. It was a whole lot of drama. Lily's parents were disappointed, but they accepted it at the end. The problem is Lily. She was furious when she learned that she cheated, and Lily hates cheaters for reasons I still don't know. I mean, her parents never cheated. She never mentioned any friends or relatives getting cheated on. Even she was never cheated on. But she was angry at her sister. The day that her cheating was discovered, Lily called her names, and her sister was very apologetic and said it was a mistake. This escalated into a physical fight between her and her sister. At the end, she told her sister to never contact her again because she feels sick whenever she sees her face, and that she will never accept her new relationship. It got so bad that she told her parents if they ever bring both of them close, she will burn both bridges. She skipped every holiday and family function because she knows her sister will be there. She does keep contact with her mother and father and sends them money. Here's my problem. After Jen and Mark split up, Mark was spiraling. I really felt bad for him and saw him getting thinner and thinner. It was obvious he loved Jen with all his heart, and Lily took the stance to side with him since then. She would meet him and even invite him over to our house, and I let her, because I liked Mark also. She arranged therapy for Mark, and she would cook for him for a while because he was devastated. I thought he was even going to hurt himself at a couple points. She even helped him with the divorce proceedings so that he doesn't have to pay her sister alimony. I started to feel a little uncomfortable the day when her sister was getting married. She actually burned the invitation card and told me that we should go on a road trip with Mark to cheer him up. I told her she's being a little too much. I get that she wants to help him, but he's a grown man. He can help himself. She opposed and said that he's still an emotional wreck and that Mark is like a brother to her. She's known him since she was 11. He's family. I argued that her sister is also her family, even more than Mark. That's when she got furious and we had an argument that led to us almost breaking up. But we agreed to go on a couples counseling together. I expressed how much it hurts that she favors Mark over me. After that, she said sorry and she said she'll never do that again and she'll try to work on it. She told Mark about our spat and that she needs some time apart. Mark felt guilty because he never wanted this to be our problem or be in between our relationship, and he absolutely does not want us to break up. After that, Lily minimized her contact with Mark. She admitted that her relationship with Mark is a bit weird because she almost cut off her entire family because of him. Now she only talks to him once or twice a month and meets him like every other month. This has been going on for a year. I was even more relieved to know that she set up Mark with one of her friends. Mark seems to be doing well, which means Lily is more focused on us. A few weeks ago, I got a call from a random number, and to my surprise, it was her sister. She was sad on the phone. She told me she misses her sister and she knows what she did was wrong and still feels guilty for hurting Mark. She wishes to make things right and she wants to apologize to Lily and Mark. She was pregnant and wants her child to know her cool aunt. I told her I'll help her with that and promised to bring Lily to talk to her. Later that day, when Lily arrived, she was happy. She told me that Mark and her friend are moving in together and they invited us for a dinner. I wasn't thrilled. I told her about her sister. At the mention of her sister, she became angry and told me, how could I give her a promise she knows I can't keep? I told her it's very hypocritical of her because through these 4 years that she's been helping Mark with or without my permission, she has no right to be angry at me when I'm trying to help her sister to build the bridge that she's burnt. She kept saying that she'll not meet under any circumstances. I told her she's being cruel to her pregnant sister, and she told me she doesn't care. She didn't ask for anyone's permission when she cheated on Mark, so she'll be fine with whatever things she's been going on in her life. This turned into a fight between us, so she stormed out and went to stay with her cousin. I trust her a lot. She would never cheat on me. She's never hesitated to give me her phone. She would always tell me whenever she's going to Mark's place. She's never even given me a reason to doubt, but I just wish Mark did not exist. I know she cares for him, but her obsession with him is really weird. What's up, everybody? Mr. Reddito here. So today's story is very interesting, and why I say that is, we just got part 1. That was in the perspective of the fiancé. Well, guys, Lily came across the post and decided to make her own post. The title for this is, "My fiancé posted lies about me and my ex-brother-in-law, and I'm really furious. I'm here to clear the air." I hope you guys are having a great day. This is a very juicy post. Let's jump in it. And if you are enjoying so far, subscribe to the channel. Here's the update. Well, I'm using a throwaway because my main account has some personal stuff. So, my beloved fiancé Adam decided it would be a great idea to betray me and my ex-brother-in-law Mark. I'm using the same name as he did, in a bad light. I came across his post while I was scrolling through this sub. His story just seems similar to mine. I think people deserve to know what the actual truth is. Firstly, I never cut off my parents. Ever. And it's true that we didn't spend the last 4 holidays together, but that was due to different reasons. My sister was going through a divorce the first year, so my parents didn't even host anything. Adam and I were too busy the second year because we wanted to get some additional money for our wedding. I intended to visit them the third year, but Adam claimed he wanted to meet his parents who live in a different state, so I went with him. The fourth one, last year, I had really bad food poisoning. I never stopped talking to my parents, nor did I tell them to cut off my sister. I just established boundaries with them regarding my sister because I do not want a relationship with her. She's very selfish and a self-centered person. Adam did not tell you this, but I will. I was there when Mark decided to surprise my sister on their anniversary. I was just outside his bedroom when he discovered his beloved wife, aka my sister, was naked in bed with her co-worker. Because he did not want me to witness my sister in this state, Mark asked me to leave. I went to the living room because I respect him and his wishes. I witnessed a man she was having an affair with. I heard their argument, during which my sister repeatedly yelled at Mark that he wasn't a man. He was weak. In addition to many more demeaning statements like he doesn't treat her like a woman. Mark was broken. He loved my sister deeply. Imagine his feelings when he saw his wife ducking someone else when he was eager to give his wife tickets to go on a vacation to Santorini. Mark came close to hurting himself. A few weeks after D-Day, I visit Mark. Well, he was holding a gun. Imagine how surprised I was to see him. I kept thinking about how I might have lost a sibling if I had been a few minutes late. Years ago, in a car accident, Mark's young sister passed away. He still blames himself for that because he went inside her house when his dad called, leaving his sister unsupervised. That's when she went out the open door to the streets, and Mark has never tried to hit on me or do bad stuff with me. He saw me as his little sister. He mentored me. He gave me motivation when I lacked it, and he even loved Adam as his brother. My sister, she was a leech. She says that she's sorry, but then she goes on to destroy Mark in her divorce. She wants alimony from him, as if giving him a lifelong trauma wasn't enough. She always took from Mark and never gave anything in return. She even tried to start a rumor that me, was having an affair with Mark. I loved Adam, and I was willing to try for him. Even my interactions with Mark were limited. To be honest, we hadn't even been speaking frequently before that. Both Mark and I were really preoccupied at work. I arranged for him to meet up with my friend who had a crush on him but kept it to herself because he was married. I hoped that by now, Adam would at least have some faith in me. Whenever he asked, I never hesitated to hand up my phone. But no, he decided to accept my lying sister when she insisted that Mark and I's closeness was indeed strange. Yeah, she had a sneaking feeling that Mark and I were having a relationship all the time. Also, Adam, I find it unfair that you consider my relationship with Mark to be weird, yet you didn't find it strange when you spent the night at your girl's best friend's place. Your defense is this: she's experiencing a difficult breakup. She needs a friend to comfort her. Well, I continued to have faith in you and did not question it. You really are a sick person if you even consider that a brother-sister relationship cannot exist amongst people of different genders. I hope you enjoy the attention you receive for painting me in this negative light. P.S. If you really didn't want me to find the post, maybe you shouldn't have used my actual middle name, dummy. Alright, so I just have one question for you guys. Based on the first post, do you think OP Adam was in the right? Or do you think the second post with his fiancé replying, she was in the right? We heard both sides of the story, so let's go ahead and talk about it in the comment section. Guys, I still have one more story for you today, and the title of that story is this: Am I the a-hole for arguing with my fiancé after she left my child at home and took only her kids out to eat? Backstory. My fiancé and I have been together for about 4 years. She has 2 kids with shared custody. It's an odd arrangement. She has them January to June. Early September, she moved into our house. My daughter Charlie is 10. For the record, up until recently, she's been an amazing mother figure to Charlie. Our first issue was back in November as we discussed bedroom arrangements. She felt her oldest should have a room of her own while living here 6 months out of the year. That would cause Charlie to bunk with her youngest. I, however, did not allow it because that would be encroaching Charlie and likely cause her to feel alienated in her own home. Last weekend, I was called in and worked a 12-hour shift. When I arrived home, Charlie was upset because they went out to eat and left her home. She said when they came back, she was handed a bag of takeout and the food was ice cold. I asked my fiancé to elaborate, to which she confirmed taking only her girls out to an early dinner, then took them to play mini golf. Hence why the food was so cold it sat in the car as they played. She kept deflecting to the food, saying she didn't expect it to be cold. She could have warmed it, you know. I keep insisting it was extremely rude to exclude Charlie from the outing. She came back with this lovely one. But I brought her food home. She then asked, why is it okay for you to go out with just Charlie? That's different. In the last 30 days her kids have been here, Charlie and I have only gone grocery shopping on one occasion, took her cat to the vet. That can't even compare to what she did. We did not come to any sort of agreement, and Friday she was taking her girls to the dentist. On the way out, she made some snarky comment and said, I hope this doesn't offend Charlie too. It made me mad, and she said I called her feral. We both later apologized, but she then started the argument back up. She said it was so rude of me to argue about her taking her kids out. She further added this: I don't see my kids for 6 months. Excuse the heck out of me for wanting to spend time alone with them. I understood her point, but I felt like we could periodically plan separate outings on the same day so no one feels excluded. She kinda threw the bedroom ordeal in my face and said, my kids might feel alienated from their own mother if they can't enjoy time alone with me. She made the pointless remark that her kids have no problem with her doing things with Charlie while they're living with their father. She further argued that there will be many times when Charlie will be excluded because of the age gap between her and the oldest. I told her if she expects things to work out, she would need to treat Charlie as one of her daughters. She said I was entirely missing her point because I don't even know what it's like having shared custody. Me scolding her for spending time with them, as she said, was a jerk move. Update 4 days later. Well, guys, as of tonight, she's moving out. She's going to move in with her mother. I didn't think that would be an option, but I'm glad it worked out for her kid's sake. As far as our relationship goes, I can forgive, but I can't forget. She's so darn stubborn. She still doesn't see what she did was wrong. She only sees herself as the victim in this, and I'm honestly over it. I can't have someone mistreating my kid behind my back. Charlie has mixed emotions, which has made me feel even worse. She's been upset with her for what she did to her, but yet she's sad she's leaving. She thinks when the other girls go back to their dad, their relationships would revert back to what it was. I told her that's like a conditional relationship. It's not healthy to be loved and treated well only 6 months out of the year. She should have treated my child the same regardless if her kids are here or not. Tomorrow, the evil stepmother is officially moving out soon as the truck arrives. Charlie will be going to her grandmother's during the move, just to prevent any idle words being spewed against her. Her grandmother has a fun day planned for her, which she's looking forward to. I'm looking forward to having this lady out of my house. She's too dang well taken over, and I've far too long kept my mouth shut. I'm putting my foot down. The comment section was not having this story. Here's one of the main comments. It says this. Also, it's so strange to me that this woman just expects him to alter the dynamics of his household because she has the weirdest custody arrangement known to man. 6 months out of the year, I've never heard of such a thing. Is their father in the military or something, or an astronaut? Did they live on the other side of the world? Either way, it's not reasonable to expect someone to change their household for it, especially if their child lives there 12 months out of the year. It's funny how this could have been turned into a, maybe we should take this out to the next step and try to get a bigger place conversation, but instead this woman chose the worst possible route. And how petty do you have to be to take it out on a 10-year-old? So guys, now that we've read one of the top comments, let me know your personal opinions. Go ahead and drop your thoughts down below. Let's discuss this story. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I have stories every single day on this channel, and you can check out my other channels too in the description below. Have an amazing day, guys. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.